Hey Joe fans, I'm JoeFan82 here with some action figure news. It looks like Yahoo got the scoop on the new Snake Eyes Origins action figures. I was expecting to see these at Hasbro Pulse Fan Fest on Friday, but Yahoo beat them to it. So let's go through these images. I'm going to be referencing the article, and I'm going to have a link to that article in the description for this video, so you guys can go check it out for yourselves. And okay, so we were told that these were going to be classified series figures. I believe that's what we were told. And these are going to be 6-inch figures. So this right here is Snake Eyes. But I want you to notice it looks like these are possibly some reduced articulation versions of Snake Eyes. I don't know if these are actually going to be labeled classified or if they are in the classified series. It seems to me it would be a poor choice to put them in the classified series if they don't have the full articulation we've come to expect from that line. But you'll notice here he does not have rocker ankles. The waist looks like it's a standard turn, not a ball joint at the waist. I'm not seeing any swivel at the bicep, or maybe not even a joint there at the wrist. So, and it's hard to really tell what's going on with the head, if there's any articulation there other than turning around right and left. So interesting look for Snake Eyes here. Some dark gray and lighter gray, maybe some black in there. It's hard to really tell, but he does have a visor. And again, we're not sure how much of Snake Eyes were in this outfit, or actually looking like the Snake Eyes we know, how much that is going to be in the movie versus seeing Henry Golding. I have a feeling we're going to see Henry Golding most of the time. I do like in these pictures that we have the Arashikage symbol there in the background and on the floor. So that's the first figure we see. That's Snake Eyes, and then we have a 12-inch version which has a slightly different uniform. So not sure which one will be more. I would gather this one, the 12-inch version, looks to be more detailed and possibly more screen accurate. I'm not sure, but it looks cool. I like the details. It actually reminds me of the RoboCop we saw in that RoboCop movie reboot a few years ago. There is a figure that's going to come with a motorcycle, and what does this article say? It says, take Snake Eyes for a spin with his stealth cycle for $9.99. Oh yeah, that was the other thing. These figures are going to cost $9.99, which the 6-inch figures will be $9.99, which makes me really think they have some reduced articulation with that price reduction. The 12-inch figure, I believe, is $20. But the 6-inch figures are $9.99, $10. And this figure looks similar to that first one. Big Arashikage logo, symbol there on his arm. I'm not too thrilled with this bike. I mean, it looks okay, I guess, but knowing the reduced articulation in the figure makes me feel like the bike's gonna be not as good either. Here's a group shot of the figures. I guess this is the first wave. So on the far right we have that Snake Eyes, same Snake Eyes we saw before, and then Storm Shadow, different Storm Shadow. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be upset that this doesn't look like their version 1 classic Storm Shadow, but he's got some gray, looks like maybe some type of armor there. Comes with a bow and some arrows. Looks like an arrow backpack. Maybe that might be the same sculpt that we saw on the Arctic Storm Shadow that we saw released last year. Interesting design here. Not too far from other versions of Storm Shadow that we've seen, but I'm pretty sure people are going to be really complaining online that it doesn't look like the classic one. I actually think this looks less like the classic Storm Shadow than what we saw in the previous 2 live action films. And we also have a Baroness, and she looks like she has dark blue on there mixed in with black and a little bit of red. So that's an interesting choice to have her in dark blue. And it looks like a different face sculpt, which I would expect. I would think that this head sculpt would be more accurate to the actress playing Baroness in the film. And I'm not sure how much of the classified sculpt is in here, but it does look different to me. Maybe a little bit more armor, possibly. I don't know how much is the same and how much is different. It's hard to tell without it being in hand. And we have another version of Snake Eyes there on the left. Full gray, full light gray with some black accents. I'm actually kind of like that design. Obviously not for the main character, but as an alternate suit of some kind. And this is the figure you can really tell. Look at his left foot. No rocker ankle there. So no advanced articulation on their 6-inch figures, which is pretty disappointing in my opinion. I feel like for the movie line, you would really want to put your best foot forward. So I'm kind of disappointed in that reduced articulation. The sculpt looks okay. Looks like there's a good amount of detail in there. And this, I believe, is wave 2. We've got Scarlet along with a Night Creeper and a Red Ninja. This Red Ninja is different than the previous Red Ninja we saw. Honestly, this one looks inferior to the one we already have, and some kind of weird accessory he's holding there. Not sure. Looks like he's got a couple things kind of attached there. Now that I'm thinking about it, some size and a couple other things. But yeah, I'm not too thrilled with that Red Ninja. Looks a little bit, I don't know, a little bit funky. Scarlet. Again, same thing with Baroness. This is going to be a different head sculpt to reflect the actress. And this Scarlet is looks like a more maybe comic accurate. The uniform is got some bright yellow armor on the chest, and then the gloves and the boots. Not a whole lot of paint apps. You notice on the boots there is some, looks like some detailed sculpting, but not. It looks like all one yellow paint app and not another paint app on there, which is a little disappointing, I guess. But I'm not too thrilled so far with what I've seen. And then the Night Creeper, I do love the Night Creepers as, you know, characters, figures. This one looks very accurate to what we've seen from the vintage line, especially with that silver armor on the chest and across the abdomen and the head sculpt. I really like that. It's just a shame that he's got that reduced articulation. So I would love to see a full classified series regular version of the Night Creeper. And it would be pretty exciting if we actually see these in the movie like this. I'm looking forward to that, if that actually happens. But I think these 3 will be released later than Wave 1. And then we've got a couple roleplay items. There is a Special Missions mask, which will be $19.99. That looks kind of cool. Kids, I can see kids liking that. A little light up logo there on the top. And then a sword. Looks like it also has some kind of light up feature. And I think those usually sell pretty well. They'll probably do well with those. According to this Yahoo article, the first wave of the figures will be arriving at most major retailer shelves on August 1st in advance of the movie. And then the second wave won't arrive until November after the movie gets released. And I'm not sure how that's going to play into any pre-orders that happen. These should be available for pre-order on Friday after Hasbro Pulse Fan Fest, and I have a feeling, based on what we've seen over the past year, that the retailers will be receiving their figures first before any pre-orders are filled. That's just going on what we've seen in the past with other pre-orders. So that is the reveals from Yahoo. I'm not sure if we will be seeing anything additional at Hasbro Pulse Fan Fest or any additional figures. I have a feeling that none of these pictures show a Henry Golding head sculpt, but I'm willing to bet at least one figure will have that at some point. Henry Golding is supposed to appear in the Hasbro Pulse Fan Fest revealing his figure, so I think we should be seeing that as well. So let me know what you guys think about these new reveals. Are you happy with what we're seeing? How do you feel about this possible reduced articulation for a 6-inch scale? And stay tuned for more updates about Snake Eyes Origins figures from this channel. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any more of my future videos. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.